So good to see you.
Hello. Well, I wanted to bring up this issue of how hungry I am for outside acknowledgement.
Mm,
I need validation from the outside,
yeah.
and just to let the whole group know what was going on. 2 weeks ago, Pernille said hello to me in a meeting. Just acknowledge me. And later that night, I was talking to a friend of mine, and as I was telling them about this, I felt all this pressure in my chest, and I said, "Oh my God, I feel like crying." It's like there's I'm holding back all these tears. And later that night, I sent Pernille an email, and as I was typing the email and saying, "Thank you for that little kindness today," acknowledging me, tears just poured down my face. Just this, "Oh my God, thank you for that kindness, that little kindness. I'm so hungry. I'm
Mm,
so hungry for kindness." And so what I've been practicing for 2 weeks is if I need to go to the bathroom, I stop what I'm doing and I say, "Okay, go to the bathroom right now." So that's my understanding is what I need to do is just start listening to my body and listening to myself. What do I need? What do I want? And I listen to the toxic starting point and I'm like 80% of passive aggressive. I mean, this is just how I've lived my life, and it's so clear to me. And there's aggressive bully in there. I force fed a little girl a worm when she was like 5 years old. I just sat on top of her and forced a worm. I mean, that's the type of aggressive bully I am. I'm serious aggressive bully. But the passive aggression is the art. That's what I'm so good at. And there's the chameleon, if I have plans and my sisters say they need someone to cover for them with their mother, I drop my plans and I feel that. So anyway, I I have been searching my whole life. I was in therapy for 24 years, and then I was attached to a priest for 20 years and daily mass and on my knees, and I'm going to pray myself to wholeness. And yeah, well, that didn't work. So then I got into A Course in Miracles and non-duality and really like did it. And now I'm doing this.
mm,
And my boyfriend today said to me, when are you going to stop seeking?
yeah.
Like, when are you just going to move on? Just move on. And I'm like, yeah, I get it.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
I from the outside,
Yeah.
it's like all I do is the seeking. So, Pernille, I really need an answer. Like,
Yeah.
is this just more spinning my fucking wheels? Because if it is, I want to get off now. I don't want to wait 5 years.
No, I understand. I understand. I love your honesty, and this can most definitely just be another wheel you're spinning. You can make this into a concept if you want to. The way that we're working with the fetters is trying to make it very, very clear that there are no fetters. There's nothing you can believe in. There's nothing you can hang
Yeah.
your hat on. There's no one you can pray to. The only thing we want you to do is take everything you have done in your life up until this point, do everything again, but instead of doing it with your head, into the body with it. Feel into it. Every single insight you
Okay.
have had when you did the Course of Miracles, it's great to understand it intellectually. I want you to feel it. It's great, like we talked about Byron Katie before. It's great intellectual understanding of it. I want you to feel it. If you,
Yeah.
instead of seeking revelation and, you know, seeking approval from somebody outside of you, that is an intellectual felt experience. I want you to feel kindness and compassion. And that cannot be felt from the outside. You only felt the kindness and compassion that you projected onto me because it was
Yeah.
in you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Empathy is felt in you. So what happened that day, 2 weeks ago, when I greeted you and said welcome, was that you felt compassion and kindness in you. You then projected it onto me and said, I was giving you that. I wasn't. Well, I was. I am all the time. I love you dearly. I'm so happy you're here. But you would not be able
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
feel that unless you had it in you. And that is what we do differently. But
Yeah. Okay.
so you need to feel it. When you feel into it's also why I have all the warnings when I talk about the toxic starting point. It's I love that you're so open about I am the passive aggressive bully. I do not feel a need. I project other people and manipulate other people to feed my needs without me asking for it, which means I never ever get what I really, really need and want. And it leaves me in minus all the time.
Yeah.
Acknowledging that can be done with the head. I want you to feel it. I want you to feel it. So when you passive aggressively, excuse me, if when you passive aggressively manipulate your boyfriend into giving you a hug, I want you to feel, how does it feel to right now being Phoebe, needing a hug, not asking for a hug, not going, sweetheart, please hug me, put your arms around me, just hold me. Not saying that, but manipulating him into it, burning your hand. So he come and say, oh, sweetheart, you burned your hand. And you can say yes. And hope for him to hug you. He doesn't. He just put a band-aid and then he's off. Oh, no, now you have to do something else to get the hug. Feel into how it feels to be that much in minus. To feel into how does it feel to be in the body. As Phoebe, that needs a hug. Can you be in a body
Yeah.
that needs the hug and you refuse to ask for the hug and just stay with it? I'm not telling you to go and ask for a hug. I want you to feel, how does it feel to be in a body where you do not feel that you have the right to ask for your needs to be met? For the first time in your life, I don't want you to do therapy with it and thinking about it and talking about, oh, what you should do is just ask him to give you a hug and then it's sorted. I don't want you to do that. I want you to feel how it feels to be in a minus. And that minus is met with love and compassion without changing
Got
anything.
it. Got it. Yeah. Yeah.
Without
Yeah.
changing
Okay.
anything, you're
Okay.
sitting next to Phoebe that needs a hug and you allow her to have the feeling of not having the right to ask for a hug. It's okay, sweetheart. I'm right next to you. Can you be in a body where you feel the need for a hug and you don't feel you have the right to ask for it? And you allow that to happen. You sit next to it and you create compassion and kindness and love for that need to be there, but not the right to ask for it. That is what is met.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
instead of having a resistance to
Yeah.
something and keep resisting it, we have love towards the resistance. And that is the
Yeah. Yeah. And what comes up is that I just feel so vulnerable and unlovable. I
yes.
mean, the thing is what that feeling is,
Yeah.
no one would want to hug this.
Okay. Can you be in a body that feels unlovable? Can you sit in your body right now
Yeah.
and allow that to be there? It's okay to feel like that. You felt like that your entire life. Instead of sweeping it under the rug and telling yourself that you're okay and that's okay and into the cerebral, stay in the body. Stay in the body. It's the body that needs healing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
without changing anything, you allow what is there to be there. What you will experience is the more you allow it to be there, the less terrifying is it. It's like the metaphor I'm using, that it's like a big house, and when you've been in that room where Phoebe is unlovable, you go in, you turn the light on, and you sit in the middle of the room and you allow this room to be as it is. You do not change anything, you just allow it to be. The more you just sit with that, the more comfortable you're going to be in that room.
Yeah.
And at some
Yeah.
point, at some
Yeah.
point, like any monster, when you turn the light on and look it straight in the eyes, at some point, it's not scary anymore. It can only be scary when we refuse it to be there. When we go into our mind and we try to, cover it up or push it away or do anything, not feel it, not feel it. And that we can do for decades.
Yeah. 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 Okay. All right.
What we're talking about, when you go into the body and sit with it, it is an experience that is going to be here. A lot of feeling unloved for 7 to 11 seconds. If you do not attach any thought to it and you just allow the body to feel what is felt right now, it's going to last 7 to 11 seconds. And we are running away, 40 years of running, not to feel those 11 seconds.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah.
we're inviting you to do is not to trust anything we say. Do not lean on us in any way. Just go into your body, stay with your body, whatever comes up, love it. Just stay with it and see where it takes you.
Okay. I can do that.
Good. And if you need any help, write to Todd. It's
Okay.
yeah, it's the worst idea ever to write to me.
Okay.
Write to Todd.
Okay. All right.
I'm really happy.
Thank you.
I'm really, really happy that you're this open about it. I love that.
Thank you.
Are you okay?
I am. I am. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
If there's anything else, just let me know.
I will.